Um, we're here with Brandon because he is an SEO expert, and I am here to ask him, what does SEO have to do with virtual summits?
Yeah, so SEO is really search engine optimization, which means optimizing your website for the search engines. But if you're hosting online classes, we could optimize an Eventbrite or Meetup page, just like you could optimize a website. But also, if you're on doing virtual events, probably posting on your website. So optimizing your website as well, putting keywords on it so your website ranks for those keywords. Then you could have like Eventbrite or Meetup or whatever you're using to drive traffic to your events. There's tons of different ways, and there's always ways to optimize those platforms to help drive more free traffic.
I did not consider that you could optimize Eventbrite or other platforms. That's amazing. Like my mind is blown right now.
Yeah, just like a website, a Meetup page or Eventbrite is essentially just like a landing page on your website, and you can go in. I mean, you can't do everything, but you can do something south. I mean, you don't get that much control, but you can definitely put keywords in different places, like looking at your competitors, seeing what keywords they're using, or doing your own keyword research to find high search volume keywords, meaning keywords that people search for a lot, because a lot of times putting a singular versus a plural is going to have a significant impact on how many people search for that keyword. So researching the right keywords, placing them in the right areas helps drive up and get you in their algorithm, or makes their algorithm a little bit happier. So they'll rank you higher and get you that more visibility.
Would you happen, if you don't mind sharing, would you happen to have a favorite keyword searcher?
I like Google Keyword Planner. It's a free tool. It's from Google, and every other keyword tool uses the data from the Google Keyword Planner. They just make it look prettier, but you have to pay for that. So it's up to you if you want to pay or use a Google Keyword Planner, which is going to show you the data. It's not as pretty, but it's the data, and that's all that really matters.
All right, I understand that. Sometimes the prettiness of it gets me. It makes it more shiny, and a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people, like myself, are attracted to very shiny objects.
It does help out.
But I've heard that you've hosted your own events. How did your first event go?
First event went okay. Didn't get too many people to show up, but been building it up and building it up and learning new strategies to drive awareness. But yeah, the first one did it in person. My friend and I did it like 8 years ago, and maybe got like 10, 15 people to show up in person, but it was okay. Not bad, but now if we, well, I haven't done it in person in a while, but usually when I do them in person, I could get maybe like 80 to 100 people to show up in person, but online I could get hundreds, thousands of people. And I wish I did online webinars a lot longer ago, because people told me 7, 8 years ago you should do these webinars or do these classes online, but it's like, I don't know. But now I realize like people don't want to drive to down, because I live in LA. People don't want to drive downtown LA at like 7 o'clock on a Wednesday to come listen to a class. So doing them online opens it up and lets anyone anywhere in the world attend.
It is my personal opinion that online is a little easier. Because I was telling you beforehand, I was told I couldn't rent venues, but you're having trouble getting people to fight through traffic to come hear your talk.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have a preference now that things are kind of starting to open back up?
I miss in person, but maybe do like both, like do them in person, but also film it. So it could be a webinar so anyone could access it, but also do it in person, because it is nice to have people there, like to talk to, bounce questions off of you, and keeps it more engaging. It's a little less impersonable, or more personable in person than online or Zoom or whatever platform you're on online. But I like both, especially opening it up to everybody. That's the main thing. Is like, let people in Australia watch this class. Like they don't have to be in California, in Los Angeles at that specific date and time.
Yeah, I know some folks in Australia, and right now it's 10 o'clock for me, and it's like 1 in the morning for them.
Hmm.
Oh, and I know it's like maybe 7 o'clock for you. So all these time differences and having
Yeah.
stuff on demand or just in a access place, it's really convenient.
Makes it a lot easier. Makes it easier to open up
Yes.
to anyone. So I like that part of it, definitely.
So, what's your favorite platform for hosting events?
Usually do them through Meetup or Eventbrite or use Zoom to broadcast it, but to get the word out there, Meetup, Eventbrite, my own website, do pretty well in getting awareness to it and getting people to come out.
That's good. I'm a fan of LinkedIn events for my event wrappers. Are you partial to Eventbrite for your event wrapper?
So I put it up everywhere. I put it on like you were saying, LinkedIn, Facebook events. I put it up everywhere, but I don't really see too much traffic maybe on LinkedIn or Facebook. Maybe I'm not doing it properly, but yeah, it's all about tweaking and testing and testing and testing. Keep testing until you like find that sweet spot. Like my meetup group has grown to like 5,000 members. So that
Wow.
one, because I saw that meetup ranked on Google. Like this is like 10 years ago or 8 years ago. My friend and I would search free classes for SEO. We saw meetup ranked at the top. So I said, all right, let's create a meetup. I'll optimize it and make that meetup rank at the top, and made that meetup group. And that group ranks at the top for SEO, free SEO classes in Los Angeles and all these other keywords. And that really, so just putting the keywords in there and then making sure it ranks higher. So building some backlinks and doing some SEO to that meetup group really pushed it up and got it up there.
Cool. It's like I'm thinking now you're using SEO to build your communities. I like that.
Yep. Tapping into that SEO knowledge I already have and just implementing it on different platforms. Just like you could optimize YouTube videos to rank higher on YouTube. Same thing, just optimize that meetup or optimize your podcast to rank higher on Stitcher or Spotify or wherever, iTunes.
Yeah. I mean, I heard you when you said for different sites, and I guess I just didn't put it together that you're using SEO for all of these things because it's all online, which means they're sites that you can build a community, you can put together an event, all this other stuff.
Yep.
That's like, I'm still like, wow.
Yep. And they all have algorithms and they're all ways to tap into it and try to figure out what their signals are to get you ranked higher on their platform, because each one has a different set of algorithms. Just like with Amazon, you could optimize your like I could optimize Amazon pages to get your product to rank higher on Amazon. So it's all about just tapping into that platform, and whether it's Eventbrite, Meetup, or some other one, Facebook events, LinkedIn, or all those ones, it's all about just tapping in and trying to use the right keywords, putting hashtags in the right places, and just trying to drive that awareness.
Like, wow. I'm thinking I haven't used Meetup in a really long time. Could you tell me more about Meetup? Is it still a free platform or is it paid now?
Yeah, I would leave Meetup, but since I have 5,000 people in my Meetup group, it's kind of tough. If I only had like 100 or 1,000 people in it, I would drop it because the prices keep going up every single year and it's kind of pricey now. But since I do have a bigger audience, I would keep it, and I'll tell people, try it out, test it out, try doing a couple Meetup events, and if it works, keep going with it. But if you don't see that traction, then maybe don't spend money. I forgot what it is. It's like, but it has been doubling the past couple of years, the price. So it's getting up there, but it does drive awareness and gets people to sign up for my group. So, or for my classes. So it definitely works. It's just, it's kind of saturated. It's not as effective as it used to be.
So, have you ever thought about using email to ask them to move or no?
Yeah,
Oh,
no, I
okay.
definitely, yeah. I email people. Yeah, I have my email list and I'll send out email newsletter or blast them out when I'm doing my classes and let them know. And the email is always the most powerful. Email is always the best marketing tool for digital marketing. I mean, just look at how much spam you get every single day. Email definitely works for a reason. And even if it gets in your spam, it still works. Like email is the most effective, powerful strategy online. If you can build up a good list, it's going to beat everything: SEO, paid ads, social media. Nothing comes close to email marketing.
Cool. I was reading the No BS Guide to Digital Marketing, and they say the next big thing is direct mail. I'm like, what's that got to do with digital marketing?
I don't know if that, maybe. I don't know. Seems a little outdated, but email or whatever the new mail form is going to be in the future. But whatever it is to get the message, I mean, text messages are kind of becoming like the new emails, just being spammed like crazy. And
Yeah.
I feel like text messages might be the new email. Spamming people on those is a little frustrating. People do not want to see those messages.
Yeah, and it's like it has 100% open rate. It's because it's the only way you can make it go away.
Yeah, that's how they manipulate the metrics. You can't trust those metrics online either. You gotta take
Yeah.
everything with a grain of salt and know where to really look versus what they want to show you.
Well, Brandon, could you tell us how you're using SEO to host your current events now? I mean, I know you like Eventbrite and you're using keywords for that. So, how do you get your audience to show up?
I optimize my website as well. So I have a page on my website about the classes and use that to rank my website for different keywords related to SEO classes and training and things like that. And just use that to get people to sign up. And then from there, have them in my funnel where they get the email kind of follow up. So I let them know here's a link to the class and here's a date and time, and try to follow up a few times because most people do not show up or forget, or I don't know what happens, but just got to keep yourself top of mind because sometimes it slips their mind and they forget about you. Or creating calendar invites is really good. That way it's scheduled in their calendar and it's tougher for them to forget about it. But then you have to make sure they save it in their calendar, which doesn't always happen either. So it's tricky. It's not the easiest, but just once people come to my website, you just got to try to capture that email address so you can just keep following up with them and try to get them to hopefully attend one of those classes or do something that you want them to do.
How often would we need to follow up via email? Because I like to send out my messages maybe a day or an hour, maybe 30 minutes ahead of time, and that will be it for me. So am I doing it right or am I close?
No, I do that too. I know Zoom will automatically send it out like 3 times the day before or like 5 times, which is a little annoying. So I just try to do it one day before and then 20 minutes or like 30 minutes before the actual event. But I don't want to overdo it because sometimes I've gotten emails where it's like, it's just clogging my inbox. It's like the webinar starts in 1 hour, in 30 minutes, in 10 minutes. I'm like, I don't need all these emails. It's way too much. And just flooding that inbox. But it does work, I guess. It's all about trial and error, seeing where that sweet spot is, where you're not bothering people, but still getting them to show up to your event.
Yeah, I use a tool called Hey Summit, and it has about two different emails that it sends out, like one for each speaker, and hey, your event is about to start, or hey, the replay is up now. And I always wonder if that's too much or just the right amount.
Replay is good though. Definitely do the replay. I realize the replay is a very, very powerful one. So I send that out like a day later. And that one, I feel like a lot of people who weren't able to make it on time or whatever didn't make it. The replay
Yep.
gives it to them to watch anytime. And
I like it when the replay is out the next day because sometimes I can't make it or I have to leave early and I want to catch up right away. But I've been told that the sweet spot is to tell people that it takes 6 months to get the replay out so that you can do the editing. And then you actually give it to them like 2 weeks later. And it's to get them to show up live during the event. I'm
it's an
like,
interesting
oh,
way to do it. That could definitely work. It's all about just getting creative with your strategy and how to get people to be like, oh, I want to get this replay. I need to get it sooner than later because 6 months is it's a long time to wait.
yes. So it's like, be here live with us. Um, don't take notes because you're gonna get the replay. Yes, it's gonna take 6 months, but you're gonna be here live. You're gonna interact with us. You're gonna be engaged with us, and the replay is gonna be like $97 if you
Yeah.
get it right now. But if you don't get it right now and you wait 6 months later, it's gonna be $297. And I was
Mm.
like, oh, but it hearing that strategy made me want to get it right away.
Yep. You don't want to wait. People don't want 6 months is way too long to wait. That's a long time.
Yes. And while I was waiting and I got that replay 2 weeks later, I felt like it was a kind of like a bait and switch or Scotty on the Star Trek, Star Trek ship Enterprise, saying Captain is going to take over an hour and I can't have this done. And it was done in less than 5 minutes. So, yeah.
Yeah, a little bait and switch, trying to get that urgency kind of set. It's like, oh, we gotta do it sooner than later. You don't want to wait 6 months and just pay this extra fee.
So tell me about what was your favorite event that you've hosted?
I usually do similar ones where they're all about digital marketing. So usually my main focus is on search engine optimization. So I like talking about that and how to get that free traffic. And yeah, I would do them with, I don't know if anyone's heard like General Assembly. There's like a digital online college that like teaches digital marketing classes. Could not many schools teach it. So I've partnered up with General Assembly and I help out with SCORE, which is part of the SBA, Small Business Association, and teach classes there. And yeah, those are the big ones, trying to just partner up with as many people that potentially we need it, especially like the SBA, where it's all these small businesses that are just starting up. They definitely need to figure out how to get free traffic because they're on a shoestring budget and they don't even have any money to spend on their own. And they're not going to be spending money on ads. So let's show them how to get that free traffic, even though it does take time. But over time, that traffic just keeps increasing and more leads and sales keep coming in.
That's very nice of you. I read on your LinkedIn page that you like working with small to medium sized businesses. So to partner with the SBA or SCORE or General Assembly, that's really good partnerships.
Yeah, no, those are especially SCORE because that's where General Assembly is a lot of people that either want to transition careers. So I'm happy to like help them learn a new career. But SCORE is really where it's like more business owners that are just starting off and like trying to help them get to that next level and helping them keep their dream afloat and make sure that they can make that dream come true and show them how to get that free traffic from Google because a lot of them don't really know what SEO is or haven't heard of it and don't know there's a way to just get that free traffic instead of paying Facebook ads or Google ads or whatever platform. You could just go in and make some changes and you have to invest your time, which time is money, but it's a lot cheaper that way than paying Google or Facebook or some of these platforms.
So I see, I can see, and I'm sure you tell everyone that free organic traffic is still alive and available. You just have to dig into SEO and ask you for help if they need it. So,
Mm-hmm.
are you a SCORE mentor?
Nah, not. Yeah, I was thinking about being a mentor, but just like I don't know much about like business, which that's where I'm struggling is like growing my business and scaling it up and hiring employees and things like that. So I have mentors at SCORE, and I highly recommend to everyone get a mentor because it helps out so much. But I'm not sure if I'm ready to mentor people. I'm definitely ready to mentor them about digital marketing, about SEO, which maybe I should jump on that. But I feel like they might ask
Yeah.
more in-depth questions and I just wouldn't have the right answers. But yeah, no, that's something I've been thinking about. So probably gonna have to do that pretty soon, sooner than later, because I want to keep giving back and helping out because they've helped me out so much.
That's really good. I myself am scared to ask for people to be hired on. I ask for people to help me with events, and I have hired people, and they just didn't show up. And that is clearly my fault. I hired the wrong people. I just assumed because they showed up one time and worked with me well, and they said they were happy. I assumed that was going to be true for the next event, but it wasn't. So I am scared.
Yeah, that could be frustrating. That's tough. Like hiring people is tricky. Finding the right people that are reliable and trustworthy and dedicated, it's not easy. Or actually
Yeah.
know what they're talking about because a lot of people kind of fluff it up and say they can do things, but once you put them to the test, they're not as ready to do it. So a lot of teaching and training, things like that.
I mean, I am slowly learning that everyone is not motivated by money. Everybody doesn't come to work just to be paid. Some people come to work because they actually like the job. They actually want to do the work that needs to be done. And I need to find those people.
Yep, those
So,
are the tough ones to find. Those are the ones that you want to find it and grab on and keep them by your side because that's
yeah,
important.
I totally would love that. So, how about mentorships with the SEO? You said you like that. I know you're good at it. I know you're very good at excuse me, sorry, at making on-demand webinars. Like that is a definitely a good skill that I'm thinking business coaches would love to have. And a lot of them are starting off small.
Yep, yeah, I need to tap into and help them all out. And my class is up online, so I really just realized just throw all my classes up online and put them up on YouTube, and pretty much everything is out there. So if they want to watch it, they can just go on YouTube and search my name anytime and watch pretty much all my classes that I've done in the past, even some of the paid ones that I charged for.
What's your most viewed classes?
I don't know. I think link building maybe, or content, how to optimize your content for Google. I forget which ones, but those ones are pretty popular, but they're all kind of similar. Like people just want all the classes. Like I look at my YouTube and pretty much all the videos have similar view counts. So it's not like one just popped off and exploded. They're all pretty close to one another, where I talk about like SEO, social media, paid ads, how to use like Google Analytics and Google Search Console to track everything, and the keyword planner to find keywords, and how to do like Google Maps I've done, or how to rank on Yelp. And I've done a few different ones. And if people have suggestions, I'm open to new topics, but those are the ones I've thrown up on YouTube, and they all do pretty decent.
From hearing you, I'm thinking that they all work together, like in tandem. Is there which one first?
Well, keyword research first, probably, that we know what keywords to put on your website, but it doesn't really matter what you optimize first, but definitely want to first find out which keywords you want to put. Otherwise, you're going to have to backtrack and go back and change those keywords out, swap them out. But keyword research usually is the first starting point, is finding those good keywords, implementing on the different places, and then, yeah, that's really the more important part that a lot of people kind of skip over, is the keyword research. Thinking this is what people search for, but is it really what they search for? Like, I thought SEO classes would be a good keyword. I think it only gets maybe like, I forgot the exact numbers, but like, let's say 1,000 searches a month, whereas SEO training gets like 10,000 searches a month. So it's like, maybe I should target SEO training versus SEO classes, even though I think classes would be my target audience, but not that many people search for classes, or maybe they do courses instead. So it's all about finding those right keywords and implementing them.
Yeah. And I've heard that everyone doesn't spell everything correctly, and I am dyslexic, so I am one of those people. So and I have heard try not spelling everything the right way, or using punctuation, because everybody doesn't search for things like that.
Yeah, I would say that works maybe for, well, Google could pick up misspellings, synonyms, plurals. So I wouldn't worry about that for Google, but maybe for other platforms that are not as sophisticated of an algorithm, you might have to worry about that. But Google, I wouldn't worry about misspelling stuff on your website just to get Google to pull it, because I know that used to be a strategy a while ago and it would work, but now Google is able to pick up on all those misspellings and variations, synonyms, plurals. But you do want to put that more high search volume keyword on your website, but Google's able to pull from it all the different variations. I'm not sure about the other tools, how good, or other websites, how good they are, but I know Google's caught on because they realize like the way people type, it's always going to be misspelling. There's never going to be a perfect search. There's always going to be, because people don't care about grammar. They're just trying to put a few keywords in there, hit that enter bar, and see what pops up.
So I've heard that Google is picking up text and video. So like I could hold up a sign and maybe Google could pick that up, and it will help with my ranking. Have you heard of this? And if you have, do you believe it to be true?
Google's trying to get better at reading videos and images, but they're not that good yet, but they're trying to get better at it. So I'd still transcribe your whole video and throw it in the description, because, yeah, I mean, they're trying to pull the voice, just like you could do voice to text. It doesn't always get it perfect. So Google, the voice, the video voice, they're not always able to transcribe it. Sure, they could take pictures, just like with your camera nowadays, like the new cell phone, if you take a picture, actually like highlight the text and pull it off. So I know you could definitely read the text and stuff like that, but I don't know how many people are putting text up there all over their whole video, unless you have subtitles. But even then you have the whole transcript. I would say just throw that transcript in the description, and that's going to help out a lot more. Because it's all about content. Content is number one to Google, and Google owns YouTube, and Google can't really understand videos yet. They're getting a lot better at it, but they still need text. Content is what they feed off.
Yeah. So I'm a big fan of using your transcripts and other ways, like was it closed captioning, just in case you put that video on LinkedIn and people can't turn on the sound right away. But yeah, use that transcripts for ebooks, use that transcript for social media posts. Um, what else? Emails. So yeah, big fan of repurposing all of that stuff.
Yep. Cross promoted everywhere. If you already create the content, then just share it on all those different platforms. And yeah, definitely closed captions, especially with Facebook. Most people don't have a volume on Facebook.
Yeah. So, have you noticed the difference in between the closed captioning in Facebook or YouTube? Do you have a preference? Because I don't change either one of mine. I just let them go.
Yeah, now I put the closed captions up on everything because some people put YouTube on mute, so you never know. And it's always best practice just in case, throw those closed captions on just in case. You never know if they're going to be on mute or not. So you want to make sure they can experience and get the full experience of that video without having to put sound on or with or without sound.
Yeah. So no matter where you get the closed captioning from, just leave it on.
Yeah, pretty much. Just you've already
Okay.
set the time transcribing it, just leave that up.
That's a good thing to know because that's what I've been doing because I did not want to go through that and try to correct its English because yeah, I just didn't want to do that.
No need. You've already put it up. It's fine. No one's gonna be mad that it has the closed captions on YouTube or anything like that.
There was a Taco Bell commercial, let's see, in the early 2000s, and they would speak in Spanish and they would have closed caption in English, and the English translation was not what they were saying in Spanish, but it was hilarious for both. And I thought about doing it, but then I thought, a lot of work.
Mm,
But now that I bring this up, I'm thinking that's something I could do for my maybe 1 to 2 minute clips.
yeah, mess around, have a little fun with it. Yeah.
Yeah, because closed captioning can be fun.
You got to make it light every once in a while and have some fun with it. And yeah, just throw a little curveball over there.
Yeah, I love that. I'm definitely gonna try that now.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Never thought about that. But I remember they talk about commercials, but I didn't know they had it, they didn't properly transcribe it. That's kind of
The
funny.
one with the Chihuahua when he says "Yo quiero Taco Bell."
Yeah, I want Taco Bell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a funny one.
So when you host your events, are they live or are they with interaction with other people?
Yeah, try to keep it engaging and have people ask questions. That's why I like in person because it's easier for people to ask questions. But yeah, I usually do them live, and then I just throw the replays up so people can watch from any time from anywhere. But I'll do them live one time or a couple times.
Cool. So how often do you host a live event?
Like once a month, we'll do a live event.
That's
So,
great.
yeah.
I like that idea. The people I work with, I try to tell them host every 3 months. And they think that's like a really big, daunting task. I'm like, if you do the same event just every 3 months, you will get better at it and you will do it more. And I'm like, So I like that you're doing it once a month. That's really great.
Yeah, and like you said, you can do the same event over and over again. Just keep practicing because you're always going to get new people, or people that have been to the old events are happy to come back again, and they always miss things or get new aspects, new points of views on different things and topics.
That is true. Yes. Well, see, I wanted to bring up your see, I'm gonna try to share my screen and I'm gonna bring up the it is in Chrome. I'm in Chrome right now, and I brought up the lead magnet in was it Microsoft, and I hate that it does that. But I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to show everyone the lead magnet that you're going to share with us. And as soon as I bring it up, and I'm going to share my screen because I think it's really great. When you send it to me, I watched it right away, and I thought everybody's going to love this. So I am going to share now. I see it. Hooray, it worked. Okay, so this is what Brian is, sorry, Brandon. Brandon is offering us.
Mhm.
Uh, so this is the SEO optimizers, how we use search engine optimization to increase leads and sales. And this is one of the webinars that he's been talking about that he hosts. So everyone, please check this out because he has really great information and he goes into really good detail. So it's useful and actionable. So check that out.
Yeah. Definitely.
So,
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. And yeah, they can find that at seooptimizers.com/gift. I made a special page for everyone listening to this virtual talk today. So seooptimizers.com/gift is where all that information is.
yeah. So, is there anything that you want to let us know about SEO that you think nobody's talking about right now?
I feel like everybody's talking about everything, but it's just making sure that you read what actually works, because you just have to take everything with a grain of salt, especially because digital marketing changes. So what works today doesn't necessarily going to work tomorrow, but whenever you are reading or watching or learning, just make sure it's from a couple years ago content. Otherwise, the strategies that they talk about might not still be valid or might not be working. But the SEO really is just good content and good backlinks, getting other websites to talk about you. Those are really the two more important things: is writing good content on your website and getting good websites to link back to you to build that trust up from Google.
Do you have any strategies to get good websites to link back to you? Is there a video on that?
Yeah, I have a few videos about link building, and the best way is really like blogging on other people's websites. So you want backlinks that are from related websites, and the easiest way to get that, or not the easiest, but the most effective way, is by blogging on other people's websites. So find like cold emailing websites that are related to what you're doing and trying to build relationships with those webmasters and see if you could offer them some free content in exchange. That content will have a clickable link that points to your website. So they're getting free content and you're getting a backlink. So it's kind of a win-win situation for everyone.
Brandon, I think you have a couple of hidden skills that you're not sharing with everyone, like your partnership building, your relationship building. Like those are amazing. Oh, what was that? Community building. Like all of those wrapped around SEO. I like that. And I think that could be a package in its own. Those could be webinars or events on their own. Like I want to know more about how you got to that. How'd you get up the nerve to ask Score to let you be one of their partners and have teach their audience about SEO? Like, yeah, stuff like that. I find amazing. Like, how did you build up your meetup to like what was it, 5,000 people? 500,000?
Not 5,000. I wish 500,000, 5,000. But now the General Assembly and Score popped up because they saw me ranking for their keywords and like, we don't want this person pulling all these people for classes. So we're going to offer him a partnership where he'll exchange all the people that sign up for his classes and or all the information to General Assembly, and General Assembly will give me all the information to people that sign up for my classes as well, and kind of let each other tap into those networks. But yeah, the way they saw that is that I was ranking for their keywords. Like, we don't want this meetup ranking for our keywords. So we're gonna see what we can do to get that audience back, because yeah, that they don't want to lose that traffic. They're like an online college and they want people coming up, signing up for their classes. And I was taking their leads away. So they're like, how about we partner up with him and let him do his classes with us, and we'll take some of those leads with us as well.
So they all reached out to you just because you had the right keywords.
Yep,
And
just
all
because
you
I
were
was
using, I'm sorry, go
ranking.
ahead.
Oh yeah, just because I was ranking and taking up their keywords where they didn't want me to be up there. So like, how about we just partner up with this person and see if we can just tap into his audience without having to outdo his SEO, and I was happy to partner up with them and still glad to be able to partner up with them.
I like that they reached out to you first. I That is a great skill to have. It's like I want to get my SEO up so well that people reach out to me. So when you do these webinars, do you also write blog posts to accompany those webinars or trainings?
I used to, but not anymore, just because don't have time, and they're usually pretty similar. So I don't talk too much about them. I just
Okay.
say, come to the class if you want to learn more. No more blog posts, no more giving out all the information stuff. They really want to know more, I usually just have it up there.
Okay. I was wondering, do I need to write blog posts for my shows that I host every week? Because I was thinking I would need to do that because I don't have any backlinks. I was told that I should make my descriptions like blog posts and put in the keywords there. But if I did, I probably would just transfer the YouTube description or video description to wherever my blog was.
Yep.
It's like,
Title is the most important. Title of the blog, title of the YouTube video, the podcast, whatever the title is, that's where you put the keywords. Meta description or descriptions are okay, but title, so very important. Put as many keywords as possible without repeating yourself. You get like 60 characters, and title is where you really just want to throw as much in there as possible.
Yeah, I have heard that your keyword should definitely be in your title. So I have been working on that. I'm slowly struggling, but I'm getting there.
Title is most important. Title is number one. You have to put those keywords in the title. That's where they're feeding off all their, even blog posts. The title of your blog post is so very important. That's the most important thing, is titles. Sit and think about all the titles before you actually put them live, because those are really where you want to put as many keywords as possible into those titles.
So I've heard that with a blog post, and I should use a blog post title for my description, that it should be like 40 characters or more.
Yeah, like 60 characters is like the limit, but like you don't want to make it short, like clickbaity, because you want to put more keywords. But short means you just not putting as many keywords. Clickbait works, but it works for social media because they're sharing on social media. They're not trying to rank those. BuzzFeed's not trying to rank on Google. They're trying to rank on Facebook. So they're not really writing titles for SEO. They're writing titles to get clicks. So there's different strategies of if you want to get those clicks or get that traffic from Google.
I didn't even realize that. I mean, I know that Facebook is like its own search engine. Is it like number 3? I'm guessing.
Yeah, Google's number 1, and YouTube and Facebook switch off between number 2 and 3 every day.
Oh, I didn't know that. That fun facts.
Yeah, those are the most popular websites. Google's number 1, and YouTube, Facebook are number 2, 3.
Yeah.
Number 2, 3.
I've heard from so many people that I can't get clients from Facebook, and it's like 3 billion people. You can't get 1%.
Yeah. Facebook is tricky because you're interrupting people, whereas people searching on Google, they're looking for like SEO classes, where I can create a page on Facebook saying, check out my SEO classes, but still interrupting people. They're not necessarily looking at that time for your product or service. Whereas on Google, if someone's searching, they're ready to make that purchase or use your services. Whereas Facebook, it's more of just interrupting people, hoping they're interested. That's why Facebook ads are a lot cheaper, because it's lower quality traffic. It's not, they don't have that intent. There's no buyer intent, really. You're hoping they are based off interest and past experiences, but that doesn't necessarily predict the future. So that's why social sometimes works hit or miss. Like you're not going to look for an SEO company on Facebook or Instagram, or you might, but most people are, or like a doctor. You're not going to go looking for like a dentist on Facebook. Some people might, but most people are probably going to go on Google or Yelp. And then from there, check out their Facebook to make sure they're a real business, to check out reviews and see what's going on. But usually social is more to build trust for people, to let them know, hey, I really am who I say I am. I'm not some like fly by night company that's going to scam you.
Yeah, that's good to know. I mean, I've always heard that Facebook was for consumers, and like LinkedIn was for business, and YouTube was for how-tos. And it's like all of this stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure of it anymore.
I mean, they all are kind of like that, but yeah, each one, it's tricky. Social is a tricky one. Social, it's tough to like, get people to want to utilize your services or buy your products. They're just browsing around, connect with friends and family, and then you pop up into their feed and like, hey, check out my SEO classes, and like, oh, I just want to connect with friends. I just want to see when their birthdays are or something on Facebook or whatever.
Yeah. So I don't do that. I don't use Facebook for that.
That's good.
Now I'm kind of feeling bad. I say hi to my family using my phone, and I kind of say hey to them with the automation that says happy birthday. So yeah, that's not me. Family, if you're watching this, yeah, sorry. When you get a text from me, that's when I'm actually saying happy birthday to you.
Yeah, you can't automate those text messages, but you can automate Facebook and social media for sure.
I love automation. It makes things so much easier. I mean, I got a birthday wisher from AppSumo, and it was like $7. Set it up one time, never went back to the platform again. Everyone on my Facebook list gets a happy birthday on their birthday.
That's the best. That's easy maintenance, that we don't have to go in there and check every single day. Whose birthday is it today?
I mean, I really like birthdays. Birthdays is like your own personal holidays, and I wanted to say happy birthday to everyone that I'm connected to on Facebook. I just couldn't. But sometimes if you get a message from me like 3 times, you'll get 2 messages from my bot and you get a message from me.
Now we know. All right, you're letting all your secrets out there.
Yeah, that's my big secret.
Yeah, I don't blame you for
So
that. That's a good one to have. Helps out. Saves time. Anything to save time and efficiency is always useful.
yeah. So tell us, what's your favorite social media platform? Do you have one?
I like Instagram, but for marketing, I would say Facebook is better because Instagram locks you in. But for content and keeping you entertained, Instagram is a more entertaining, funner.
Do you have a favorite feature for Instagram?
Just the videos. Well, stories work better, reels, anything other than just if you're trying to get engagement. Stories, reels get better engagement than just normal status updates.
What's the difference between stories and reels?
The stories are copying Snapchat, where it's 15-second or just pictures that disappear after 24 hours, and the reels are just full screen little video clips. Copying TikTok. So Google's or Instagram copy TikTok and I'll copy Snapchat.
I don't really use Instagram either. Again, it's an automation that's set up. So this is live streaming to Instagram right now. And
Nice.
every now and then I'll go there. But yeah, I haven't really got into Instagram yet, but I am trying to get into TikTok. Since I haven't found an automation that will let me upload this distribution yet, it's actually me going in there.
Got you manually going in TikTok. Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
TikTok's a newer one that's not fully easily utilized, but hopefully sooner than it is.
There is a hookup for OneStream Live. I'm using OneStream Live now to distribute this talk to 12 different platforms. TikTok is on there, but I need like 500 people. I think I got like 19 right now. So I just started, but I'm working on it.
You'll get there. You'll get there. It takes some time, but just got to optimize that TikTok, get you some more followers.
Yeah. And I can do that by taking your classes. So yeah.
Yeah, check them
I
out.
like that they're every month. Do you have a list of like what is it called? A syllabus like for the year since you have classes once a month?
No, not really. But they could just stay up to date on my meetup or go into that SEOoptimizers.com/gift. And if they go to that one class, and they'll be updated on all the future ones.
Okay. I was thinking I was going to get a menu that I can highlight and like sign up ahead of time because I would definitely do that.
I just kind of wing it and see what people are interested in and try to get new topics because I'm kind of running out of ideas. So I usually let people give me suggestions and then go off that.
Yeah. Well, that's my suggestion. Have a syllabus for the whole year, like a once a month class, and then every time you feel like winging it, host a special event.
A little one-off or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good idea. Definitely might have to do that. Get the whole outline and get it ready to go.
I mean, I know you like Eventbrite and Meetup. Please try LinkedIn events. LinkedIn events, set that up. Tell people that you have something great that will be useful. Have you used LinkedIn events before?
To promote it, yeah. Just like Facebook events, yeah.
Okay. So when you have your great keyword title, you will put that in LinkedIn search and you will look for your own event. Before that, you will make sure that your banner on your personal page has the title of your event and the date and time. And in your about section, you will have a link to your event. And in your first feature, it will be talking about your event. And in your experience, you'll be talking about how you worked on an event. So then you put that keyword title in the search engine and you will look for your own event and you will attend or say you want to attend those events. And you're gonna reach out to everyone that signed up for those events. And you're not going to ask them to attend your event. You're just going to say, hey, I see that we were interested in the same event, just wanted to reach out and connect. And then most of them will go to your personal page and see that you have a similar event.
Well, that's a good idea. I'll have to try it out, definitely. Open to any new ideas to get it going. So any way to get more eyeballs on that content and more visibility, I'm definitely open to. So I'll be trying LinkedIn again.
All right. I just want you to know that your information is worth paying for. So have you I know it's been a while, but do you remember going to the mall and going to the food court and the people are handing out those samples? So people take a free sample, like your once a month class, and then I'll come back and buy a meal. You're
Yeah.
special.
Yep. They come back and become a client. That's the ultimate goal. But yeah, I should do more paid classes to keep them in there.
Yeah. I mean, you can do both. I mean, cut up your long form content and make clips. That's what I do.
Yeah, I need to redo it because I've tried and didn't get anyone to show up. But I'll have to relook at it, definitely.